Alright, so when I was, I'm gonna say probably about 10, which would have been around 2002, 2003, I came home from school. I went to my grandparents like I did every day because my mom was at work. I live in a little town called Broad Top. It's in Pennsylvania. And in school, I always heard stories from kids about there's supposedly a circus that came through, and they had like animals and stuff, and somehow it ended up wrecking like the vehicles and flipped over, and some of the animals got out. And supposedly there's this huge snake, and that it still lives around here, that it was like over 30 feet long and everything. And I just thought it was BS. I didn't really think much of it because never seen it. I only really heard stories about it at school. I haven't heard anyone else talk about it. So I just figured it was kids making up stories or like a local legend or whatever. So, like I said, I came home, I went to my grandparents, I ate, I watched some TV, and I believe my mom was going to be home soon. And I was in like, I want to say like maybe 4th grade. Sounds about right, because you're 12 when you're in 6th grade. So, I came home, because I live right beside my grandparents, and I came over and I saw, I don't know if it was a carpet cleaner or if it was a vacuum or what, because I was so young at that point I can't remember, and it was years ago. This was like 18 years ago. So, I don't remember exactly what it was. But I saw like this long, I thought it was a hose, like the carpet cleaners that you rent out or whatever. And I thought, oh, well, there's a carpet cleaner out here, it must be a hose. And, if you rub your finger across the hose, like a corrugated hose, you'll hear like a thumping noise, like dragging your finger across it. So I went to do that, and then it started slithering, and it didn't make the noise, and I realized there was like no corrugation across it. And this hose was like this big around, so I don't know how I thought it was, a hose for the carpet cleaner. And like I said, it slithered, but it was wrapped from one side of the trailer the whole way around the front of it, and then like back the trailer. So I swear that thing had to have been over 100 feet long. It was completely black. I don't know what it was, like what kind of snake, but I know obviously it was a snake because it slithered away. It was the same shape as a snake. It had scales on it. I didn't notice the scales when I first walked up, because when you're a little kid, you're not that observant. So I just saw it. I saw the carpet cleaner or vacuum or whatever that was sitting out there, and I just assumed, oh, it's a hose for the vacuum cleaner. Didn't think anything about it, ran right up to it, went like that, started slithering away, scared the crap out of me. I ran inside. I was too scared to go outside or to look or anything, because I believe around this time Anaconda came out, and I was afraid the snake would like get in the house somehow and kill me. So I hid. I've never seen it ever again. I've lived here pretty much all my life. There's a time period where I lived in 6 Mile, Pennsylvania, which is like maybe 15 miles away, if that. I lived there for probably 2, maybe 3 years. And then I lived in Connecticut during the summers for a while. I stayed in Lancaster, PA for college, and I moved to Minnesota for a couple months. But other than that, I've consistently lived here, minus like a couple months here and there, like a couple years for college and whatever. But I've pretty much always lived here, and I have never seen that snake again. I don't know if it's still alive. I've heard other stories about other animals that lived in the area that were huge, like spiders. I've seen some pretty big spiders myself, like maybe like wolf spiders that are like, like that big around, including their feet. I've heard of lots of other animals that were huge. I've seen huge black snakes, but obviously not ones that are over 100 feet long. Ones that are like maybe at most 10 feet long or so. And some racers that are pretty long, like black racer snakes. I know when my mom was younger, my pap killed, I believe they said it was a water spider that was bigger than like a softball. And I know that this area had a bunch of wood mills, and supposedly in the wooded area around there was big snakes and spiders and birds and whatever. But the only thing I've witnessed was the big snake. It's called the broadtop snake. Never seen it again. Don't know if it's alive anymore. Don't know if it's... Well, it's got to be physical because I touched it. Anyone else ever hear any legends of big snakes like that? Let me know.